to the new video. It's me Namrita here. Hope you all are doing well. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you something which I wanted to share for a long time. So I'll show you how I covered this acne scars or this pigmentation I have on my skin with a concealer. Yes, I'm going to be use one or two shades of concealer to do the full face, although I'm not going to apply the concealer all over my skin. Only I'll spot correct and it will create an even flawless skin. That's my aim today, and this is something I do on day-to-day basis. Wherever I go, even if it's a big event or small, doesn't matter. Especially in the summer, I don't like to wear full face of base like primer, foundation and all the jazz. So I always like to keep it simple and very lightweight. So this is what I do. If you're interested, please keep on watching, but make sure you're subscribed to this channel. So at first I'm gonna start with a primer, because whenever you're applying any complexion stuff on your skin, make sure you start with primer. And if you want to avoid primer or any kind of silicone based product on your skin, then you can just use a moisturizer. Anything creamy or moisturizing product underneath the concealer or foundation actually helps to blend the product easily. And today I'm going to be using this Huda Beauty water jelly primer. So all I'm going to do is apply it all over the skin. And this one is very lightweight water based primer, so it doesn't feel tacky or anything that sort. It's actually very hydrating. I don't know why, but my skin got irritated for some reason and it's breaking out badly since last few days. Yeah, I don't know how to deal with it, but I'm just being patient with it and not applying a lot of product. So especially if you have some ongoing acne on your skin, try not to put a lot of makeup. Just try to get it done with as less as possible. So I'm gonna apply a full coverage concealer. For that I picked the Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer in the shade Toasted Almond. This is the one matches my skin perfectly. So all I'm gonna do is I'll apply it on all the small spots which I need to conceal, and then I'll use a lighter shade just to lighten up some of the areas. And now it's time to blend it. I'm going to be using this Vasanti concealer brush. It's a perfect dense brush, especially when you are expecting higher coverage from your concealer. Never ever go with any wet beauty blender. That will take away a lot of coverage of your concealer. So always stick to brush, and preferably this kind of dense brushes. Okay, this side is already blended. You can see it's looking way even. And another thing you need to keep in mind, always do this tapped motion, not like circular, or don't swipe it away. Just place the product into the skin. That will give you the best coverage. And if you think you got extra product, just spread it all over the skin. And you can see I'm just working with the leftover product I have on the brush. I'm not using any more product. So always use something which has fullest coverage. Then you just need tiniest product, and that will give you a lot of coverage. Alright, the blending is done, and you can see what a full coverage concealer can do. It's very powerful, very magical. It can hide whatever you want to hide. And yes, if you want a recommendation, I'd always suggest this. It's the Huda Beauty Overachiever. She has only one concealer till date, and it's the best. I haven't used any concealer which is better than this. And yeah, it's not only the coverage, I love everything about it. Like, the finishing is so natural, even though it's very full coverage, but doesn't look something very heavy sitting on your face. It just blends into your skin but gives the adequate amount of coverage, which is enough for any kind of pigmentation you have. So yeah, if you have very dark pigmentation which I don't have yet, but if you have it, just try to color correct it first. You can use any orange or reddish color corrector depending on how dark your pigmentation is. The darker, the deeper red you have to pick. So for my under eye, I can use orange corrector, but I don't like to pile up product, so I just go with the concealer and it works for me. So I'm gonna use a lighter concealer, and yeah, this is one of the best from Drugstore. It's the Morphe concealer. It has a very thick consistency, like very thick creamy concealer, but it has full coverage. So I'm just gonna apply it in the under eye, and you can see the amount. Little bit goes a long way, so always start with very little product and then you can build it up if you think you need more coverage. Alright, I'm happy with the blending now, and you can see this is the skin I've achieved only with concealer, and it's already looking so flawless and skin-like. This is what I want on day-to-day basis. I don't need anything else. And now I need to set it with a powder, so I chose this Maybelline Superstay powder foundation, but you can use any other compact powder which you love. So I'm gonna use a fluffy brush like this and just lightly buff it all over my skin. I never forget to powder this area of my face because this is where I get the maximum oiliness. So I just make sure it's all matte and set with the powder. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention, that is a sunscreen which I applied off camera right before I started with this primer. So always prep your skin with a moisturizer, then a sunscreen, and then do whatever you want to do with makeup. Make sure your skin is protected from the sun. That's the most important thing, and then you can follow all the steps I'm showing you. Alright, it's all done, and you can see my skin just went from 0 to 100 in 5 minutes, and all I've done is a little bit of spot correction with concealer and then set it with a powder, and it's all good. So 2 things you have to keep in your mind is make sure your concealer has the fullest coverage. So I'm gonna put some options in the description box, try to check that out. And secondly, you have to make sure your concealer matches your natural skin color perfectly, otherwise you can't really do spot correction with it. If it's a little too dark or too light, it don't look even. But if you want, you can pick another concealer which is a shade lighter just for certain areas, like to add some highlight, but that's not necessary. At first you can start with a concealer which is of your skin color. So yeah, this is all about today's video. It's too easy, nothing too much. Let me know if you have any other questions in the comment, and yeah, if you think it's helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. I'll be back with the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.